Okay, I'll tell you something before I uh, share my journey. I'm here still in the park because it is beautiful. It is sunset right now. It's almost 5 o'clock and people are getting ready to go home. And look at them. There is people are riding the bike. I think out there are playing lacrosse out there. This is a big park. The area is there's a school for flying out there. This is a beautiful area, and on the other side are playing football. Out there. I'm here at the upper level of the ground because this is a beautiful one. Look. Yeah. Sorry, I have to fix this a little bit. Oh, okay, it's okay. Anyway, so like I said, my first job was to be a babysitter, and I cannot stand the crying of that little boy, and the more he cried, the more sad I become. And I was crying too, and I said, oh my goodness, why is this little boy are so sad? What's the matter with this little boy? I found it that that little boy, he don't have a bath every day or before he go to bed. That's the problem. His mother, they don't know what is really a good hygiene. He don't know what is best for the baby. So I said, I think the baby is crying because he need to have a bath every day or before he has to go to bed, so that when he wake up in the morning, he is so clean and fresh. And his mother said to me, why are you telling me this? Are you a mother? I said, no, but I think the baby need a good hygiene. He needs to be clean because it's too hot. I said, it's so sticky, humidity. That's why I said, that's why he is so uncomfortable. He needs to be clean properly, I said. So she was so mad at me because she said, you see, what do I know how to take care of the baby? So I said, well, it's simple. If the baby is so clean and have a bath, I said, he or she is happy because meaning she's clean, meaning she is so loved, meaning she is well taken care of, meaning she is well fed. I said, meaning she is so healthy, because a baby is so hungry, they keep on crying because the baby cannot speak. So the only body language that he or she can do is to cry, meaning I need love, I need hug, I need to be clean, I need to be fed, I need to sleep, I need a clean environment, a peaceful environment. Holy cow, there's a lot of those. So I said, well, okay, if you don't pay attention to your son, then I said, go bye-bye. So I take out my, I stick with that employment as a babysitter for 1 week or 10 days, I don't know. I'm not interested having the salary, but I just leave. I said, go bye-bye, because I cannot take, you know, about being neglected child, because I know how, and I see it, I witnessed to how my mom my mom was a caring person. She is so, oh my goodness, she is so clean person. She is such a joy person to be around. So anyway, I go back to my my uncle's place, and when I arrive there, my auntie is asking what happened, why I come home, why I did not stick to that job. So I said, well, there is a problem. The baby is crying because the mother didn't pay attention to him. He's not being clean, fed, loved. She's always angry. She's always, oh, I don't know, she has some issues because she's a single mom. So anyway, when my uncle come home again, he was so mad at me, and he said, well, you know, if that is the case, that you are so I was blamed that I don't have patience, but you know, in that stage, in that stage, you don't have the right to say anything, because we have utmost respect to our uncle or auntie or elderly people. No matter how you want to say something, say back or explain, you don't have the right to say anything. You have to separate your mouth. That's it. Because you, like I said, you have the utmost respect to the adult, to the uncle, and to the elder people. So I said, well, okay, if that is the case, you don't understand what happened, then I will find another employment. So I found another employment. Oh my goodness, it was another challenge, because it was a big job, because they have 9 people that I have to take care of. 9 people that you have to wash their clothes. 4 times a week. You have to wash the clothes 4 times a week. You have to iron the clothes 3 times a week. So that is 7 days. That is my job. It was hand wash, and I was wearing because you know, back then, back in the 60s, they don't have that washing machine. So all of these clothes is hand wash, and I promise you, my hand is bleeding because I have to squeeze it, you know, and to get rid of all of this dirt. And it's a crazy one. So anyway, I work with that family, that particular family, for 3 years. My salary at the time is probably like 25 pesos at that time, back then. It is like probably $1 Canadian at that time, a month. Just imagine $1 a month Canadian. That is my salary for 1 month. But I just try to be patient, and because I was so determined that no matter what, no matter how hard it would had been, I have to do something, because my goal is to go back to school. So after 3 years of serving to that family, big family, I asked the lady of the house if she will allow me to go back to school. And meaning I work in the daytime, I have to go back to school at night time. And she sternly said no. And I asked her why, and she said, because going back to school in the night time, you might not fulfill your obligation every day. And I said, well, I will do my best to work hard so that you allow me to do that, and I will prove it to yourself, and I will prove it to you. I said that I'm capable to do that. But again, she said no. She don't even ask why I'm going back to school, what you want me, what is my goal, what is my vision, what is my plan in the future. She don't say anything. Meaning to say, people like that, they don't have literally the personal contribution, what is best for other people. They don't have that compassion, they don't have that understanding, they don't have that kind of I would say contribution. Because to me, she don't have that kind of sharing. Because sharing, to me, the definition of sharing is not about material thing. You can share your time and efforts to do something with other people. Sharing is a good thing. Sharing is a gift. Meaning, why she is not allowing me to go to school at the night time? Because night time you don't have to do anything. You're just sitting down there and doing nothing. So anyway, when look at that. Sorry, look at that sky is so beautiful. I think the sun is coming down, and it's getting cold, it's getting windy. So anyway, it's okay. I will have to continue my quest. So anyway, after that 3 years working with that family, I move on, and I asked them the permission that I have to go. I have to find another employment that they will allow me to go back to school. So I did, and again, I was so lucky because I found a person that she will understand. She allowed me to go back to school. beautiful working with her in the daytime as a caregiver. And it was a very, very light job compared to my second job, that it was so heavy. It was a bit it was too much to a young adult like me, a small person like me. I'm telling you, just imagine you're washing 9 people, adult. Almost all of these people are adult, and they are working in the office. Just imagine the long sleeve, white, polo shirt, long sleeve, and name it. It was so crucial job that I was in. So, but I was so patient and I was so determined, and I said, no matter what is this, how hard is it, I'll try my best to cope it. And of course, you don't have any choice but to accept it. More easy to carry on, because accept when it was me, when there is challenge, there is a difficult situation, all I have to do is to embrace it, accept it, because it's easy to carry on. So that is how I cope it. I don't know, I have a different strategy in coping mechanism, which is true in my journey, in all of those quest or journey is that I've been through. I accept it, I embrace it, and it's too easy to carry on. And that is the reason why I have to share it to you folks, so that you and me will learn how to live a more easy and acceptable life. So I'll talk to you soon. Please subscribe and likes, and see you soon in my 4th series of my journey. Okay, bye for now. Talk to you soon. Okay, look, I will show you the sunset. Look, so beautiful sunset. That's beautiful sunset. It's getting cold. We are in the higher level ground. Look, see, that's a beautiful one. That's up there. Lots of people. This is a beautiful area. That is the flying school there, that building. So peaceful and quiet. Hopefully tomorrow the sun will rise up again.